The views and opinions expressed on this show are solely that of the comedians featured on this program and does not necessarily reflect the views of KTVU Channel 2 or parent company Fox. The show is uncensored, and you may hear topics and language meant for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Like It or Not Late Night. I'm Jason Toupes. I am your host. We got a very fun show. We got three comics standing by, and we're going to get into all sorts of fun subjects, such as the prank played on Shedeur Sanders, Bill Belichick and his very interesting relationship, and then we're going to explain what a sperm race is. Yeah, kind of gross, but kind of interesting. But it's for a good cause. Like It or Not Late Night starts right now. All right, let's get this party started. We got three awesome stand-up comedians joining us right now. First, I want to introduce, she's one of the funniest comics in the Bay Area, also all over, Becky Lynn. Becky, how are you?
Hey, that's me. I'm Becky Lynn. I'm good. I'm actually in Sacramento. I hate to claim the Bay because I feel like, we have a little friendly competition. But actually, I'll take being one of the funniest in the Bay Area too. That feels good. Never mind. Let me take that back. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just chilling at home in my room, my favorite place, in my house, in my bed. I'm having a great time. Got my cocktail.
What are you drinking there?
This is a Costco brand vodka soda.
I like it. I like it.
And I put it in a wine glass because I like to feel bougie.
That's very late night of you. I love this. All right. Also on the show tonight, I love this guy. He has one of the so much energy. Jose Contreras. Jose, how are you?
Man, I'm good, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, doing great. And then finally, he's a really funny comedian, Sam Weber. Sam, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I am very happy to be able to say that my watch color matches my shirt color, and that is really what keeps my mental health together, is being able to just at least have that part of my life together.
So do you have to change your watch every day? Do you have a massive watch collection? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't have a massive watch collection. I have
a massive green shirt collection.
All right, let's get this show started. Our first topic, California, they're trying to think about how to raise some money, as right now gas tax, they're not doing quite the job. They're implementing an idea called pay by mile. They're going to be taxing drivers by how many miles they drive on the California roads. Becky, let's start off with you. Like it or not, do you like this idea of taxing how many miles you drive versus how much gas you use?
I really give because on the one hand, I don't need more reasons not to leave my house. I like it here. This is where my stuff is. I could just not go. But on the other hand, if I do have to go places, I'm just gonna pay the same guy that makes my car pass smog to adjust my speedometer or my mileage so that I don't have to pay for it. It's fine. There's a workaround for everything.
Jose, what about you? You like this idea of pay by mile?
I absolutely hate it, man. They keep finding ways to charge us, and apparently the taxes would go to fixing the roads, just like all these other taxes that seemingly don't fix the damn roads. It ain't nothing but potholes and homeless people on these roads. So I don't understand why you keep trying to charge me more damn money for no reason. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
I'd get on board with this as long as they refunded the money on the bullet train.
Let's refund the bullet train money. Let's send out a stimulus check to everybody.
Yeah.
For this bullet train that we didn't get. And then maybe we'll start from ground zero. Maybe we can.
Production about to start again on that bullet train, allegedly, right? I just seen that.
It already's been going there, but Jose, get this.
It's not happening.
They've only been able to build the bullet train between Bakersfield and Modesto. If you live in the Central Valley, you want a bullet train that's going to connect you out of the Central Valley, not just to get you on the other side of the Central Valley.
Oh, that's a tweaker train there. That's what that is. It's tweakers from
Absolutely, that's what that is. The bullet train will be done when all of the construction on every freeway that ends in an 80 is also done. It's never ending.
Yeah.
We'll just always, it's just constantly under construction.
Well, that's the problem with California. You can't get the bullet train. The problem is lack of bullets. It's a gun control issue. We are a gun control state.
That's a
we need
good
to
one,
get we
Sam.
need to
I
get
like
the
that.
state of Jefferson on the phone. They can work it out.
Such a deep cut. No one watching this is gonna get that. That's so good. People in Southwest Idaho, do not watch KTVU Channel 2.
Hey, this
They're gonna
show's
be
on
like,
the
how
internet.
does she know
We'll
about the
reach them
state of
one day.
Jefferson?
All right, let's switch it up to our next topic. A little controversy over the weekend. The NFL draft going on. Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Obviously, everybody know they fell in the draft, but the big story coming out of it was an NFL defensive coordinator. His son got a hold of Shedeur's number and prank called him up, said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna draft you," and then turns out Shedeur was not drafted. All this was caught on camera and posted on the internet, made a lot of people embarrassed, and also for maybe not quite a great joke. But let's start off with you, Jose. Jose, your background's in football. Do you like this idea of this prank, like it or not, liking pranking Shedeur Sanders?
It's very, very stupid. And it just so happened that it got all this notoriety because of what was going on with Shadeur's draft stock. All throughout, leading up to the draft, he was arguably viewed as a top two quarterback, and it was said to be in the first round, in the top 10 for sure. So the fact that he fell to the fifth round, and then he records everything, they're very good with their social media teams over there in Colorado. Um, Last year, I want to say a player got pranked as well. I think what makes this such a big deal is, for one, this is a significant drop for a quarterback that was highly regarded as a top five pick to go to the fifth round. For two, you're a coach. Your dad is a coach, so that's a bad look. It's very stupid on the kid's part, because the kid released the footage of it as well. They at the Ole Miss kids, they posted it as teenagers do. They're always going to post them doing some stupid stuff. So all in all, I mean, I think this is just milking the story further because the media wants to milk this Shador story. But it was very stupid of that kid knowing that you could put your dad's job on the line over something very stupid like this. If I'm Jeff Ulbrich, I'm whooping my son. But Jeff Ulbrich might have been okay with it. He might have been in on it for all we know.
Becky, what did you think about this prank when you saw it? Did you like it?
You know, no. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have much of an opinion one way or the other. I will tell you what it made me think of, which I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was Angela Bassett's son played a prank on Angela Bassett and said that Michael B. Jordan died. This happened, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years ago. It wasn't long after Black Panther, and she was already gone through this whole like tragedy of like losing Chadwick Boseman, so it was already like a really sad situation. But her son, her teenage son, did this and filmed her response. And she fully was like about to have a breakdown. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. It's not true." And this woman fully, fully sat him down and made him record an apology video to post on TikTok about how careless of a mistake it was. And the way I just said this, and I was like, this is why there's not enough Black moms in households anywhere. Because I just feel like if there would have been some true discipline, that's a young man that would have been too scared to ever even think to attempt to do something so stupid.
That's like filming yourself throwing the chocolate at the kid and just being like, "Look at it! Look, everyone! Look at how stupid my boy is."
I mean, when it comes to pranks, though, I will have to say this was pretty epic because this is a prank that like got everyone's attention and stuff. And at least at the end of the day, everybody got drafted, everybody like got the job and stuff like that. But to prank somebody that you got a job when you didn't get a job, yeah, that's kind of up. I will say that.
It seems so funny the way that he was like, "Yeah, you got it, but you just need to wait a little bit, bro." What the?
Yeah, that especially too. It's definitely a monumental prank, but hey, this man just even though sure his dad's a legend, he don't need it. This man just lost millions of dollars. little boy, you deserve your ass beat. You playing with millions of dollars right now. Somebody needs to slap.
I mean, that's facts because people only do things like that when they've never got their ass.
Yes.
That's also until you know the maximum level of accountability,
Ooh.
until you know what it is, there's a lot of recklessness that happens.
Yeah.
He should have had a black mom.
And this does get to the seriousness of the NFL's investigative authority. When I think of the seriousness of the NFL investigating incidences of malfeasance, when I think of Tom Brady, when I think of Ray Lewis, when I think of O.J. Simpson, I
Where are you going, Sam?
this is an organization with integrity that really cares about more than just how they look.
Shout out to the Juice, man. Rest in peace.
Hey, OJ was found innocent. Let's
Hey,
be honest.
real Bay Area player too.
Wait,
You're
as
right.
somebody that's still telling an OJ Simpson joke in 2025, I'm with it.
You feel me? Real Bay Area player, man.
Listen, no OJ Simpson, no Kim Kardashian. No Kardashians, no entertainment for a lot of people.
Well, I would let's not put that on him because that's that family is the devil. It's about 6 of them too.
But they wouldn't if it wasn't. I mean, but if you want to do the whole red string draw the map, I mean, the through line is OJ Simpson. He's not in the middle, but he's close.
That was ground zero. That's where the nucleus came from.
No, Kris Jenner is the issue here because she birthed all them demons. So you feel me? I don't even want to put.
Well, and she was best friends with Nicole. It's a lot, you know.
It's a lot multi-layered.
I'm
not putting that on OJ's back.
I wrote that joke
hours ago, and I was like, out there. If OJ, if we saved OJ, would that mean that we'd probably save Kanye from going crazy, or was Kanye just gonna go crazy?
You know, Kanye has a lot of demons of his own to battle with, especially when it comes to family, which we recently found out.
It's never the same after his mom died.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I hate using that excuse, but yes and no.
True.
At this point, he wilding. It's beyond. It's tough as a fan.
Like there's no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Never mind. I was gonna say somebody might have viewed it as a slur. I was gonna say once his fan base became teenagers of certain groups, if you will. Once his teenagers went from adults to his fan base went from adults to the teens, it just started getting weird. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it did. But like when I say like that he's never been the same since his mom, I'm not excusing anything.
Of course.
But what I'm saying is like that's
none of us are.
Yeah.
That triggered a lot.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And it doesn't excuse it, but I do think that it explains a lot of things.
Yeah.
No, man. Now this is a good question.
Yeah, I say let's
OJ did it.
Create a time machine. Let's go back. Let's test this out. Back to the Future 4. Let's stop OJ. Let's stop the Kardashians.
I think it was
Kanye's
his son.
First off, Ray J hit it first. So Ray J is responsible for bringing Kim Kardashian to the fore. Actually, excuse me, Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton
is responsible for bringing her.
Paris Hilton is the fault.
So it's the Hilton.
If we're gonna hold anybody in the court of public opinion, I want
a white woman.
People's versus Paris Hilton and Kris Jenner.
Yes.
If they make a sequel to Sinners, Paris Hilton has to be the person, like the bad person in that the sequel. I'm just saying.
She's the villain. I mean,
the villain. Yeah.
She really has been.
100%. You know. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh!
I think we can accomplish so much with this show right now. We have engineers in the Bay Area. Let's get some time machines going. We're just trying it out, you know. I'm just saying. Let's Because
Is this gonna be the
I
show that
hate
makes
the
me?
fact that, well, no, I mean, I hate the fact that Kanye is racist. It sucks. It sucks. But I love his music still. And it's wrong. I mean, it's just, it's
Yeah.
like people who still listen to R. Kelly or, whatever.
So what Kanye is I won't go as far as the R. Kelly thing because Kanye is using words as a tactic to get attention. R. Kelly was doing had some other tactics
Yeah,
for a
Well,
different.
he's
two
I
different.
get,
playing
like, well,
use a Diddy song as a bumper for like one of these segments.
We
I
said what?
maybe there might be a chance, but I will have to say Kanye is selling merchandise.
Yeah,
So
no, he's a
it's
shock
going
value.
beyond words at this point.
Yeah,
Is it
He's cashing
appearance
his
that gets me
racism
hate
in.
mail? This is
it,
gonna be how I get hate mail for the first time.
All right,
Oh,
let's keep it moving from one broken man to another. Bill Belichick,
ooh,
he's making headlines right now for this new relationship with his young girlfriend, and they did an interview over the weekend where she was kind of stopping him from saying some stuff. I want to start this off with you, Becky Lynn. What do you think, Bill Belichick in this relationship, like it or not?
I mean, let that girl get her bag. Everybody can mind their business. Let her do her thing. My favorite part though was watching the like watching the interview, like the footage of the interview, and one of the camera guys realizing that he needed to put a camera on her, and she's just over off behind a computer, like we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to. I'm like, you know what, girl? If you've worked hard enough that you can get this man to wear a ripped T-shirt on
huh.
an interview.
Oh, that was the weirdest. There's like a hole right here. Like, what are you doing, man?
That's his style.
It's
That's
Twitter.
been his style since the hood without the sleeve.
But like Jose, wouldn't you say like he's gone from one of the most feared guys in the NFL to like one of the most like whipped guys on the planet by now?
This is my problem. For one, I want to hear the same outrage that we've been hearing with Shannon Sharp for Bill Belichick's nasty ass because he's 73.
And
He's 73 years old. That girl is how old? Like 19, 22?
24, I believe.
And she might as well be 17.
you know,
Yeah.
she was
Jordan,
groomed.
73.
She was groomed,
It's
absolutely.
disgusting on both parts because it's like, hey, yo, I'm 32. I don't want nothing to do with a 24-year-old. You ain't even, I mean, you still learning your body and stuff. That's nasty for 73. And she nasty for entertaining old, wrinkly balls and just
I mean,
being,
she never had on her future. And
nah,
I
that's,
respect a woman with a long plan.
we could take the jokes out of it. All that. That's it. Because I'm a girl dad. That girl
Jokes.
needs. Her parents are sick for allowing it. Her parents need their ass whooped. She need her ass whooped. She nasty too. She need to go. I don't know.
What parents
I'm not trying to force religion, but
What?
somebody need to put her ass as a priestess or something. It's just a nasty situation, yo. And even nastier, he's coaching at UNC right now. And as an ACC fan myself, University of Miami, UNC, it's nasty that your coach is dating somebody who could easily be dating the players. So now the players got to worry about getting cut from the team, and coach might my girlfriend. That's nasty. Ain't no excuse for it. Ain't no enough money in the world to excuse this nasty. And I'm just disgusted with anybody who applauds it.
Sam, what's your thoughts? Would you if you were Bill Belichick, would you date a 24-year-old?
Just
That's a yes.
This is
Sam, that's a yes.
That's a yes. That was a
That's
bona
too
fide.
long.
Oh, if I got a chance with Jordan,
You dating
Yeah.
a 24-year-old right now.
Jordan Hudson, yes. I mean,
Jesus.
we all saw our pictures. I mean, here's the thing: is the fact that like he could have low keyed that all the whole time, but he just didn't. He just like allowed to put it on blast. And
He's not long for this earth. I think he really just wanted to go out with some arm
With a
candy.
bang. But here's my
You know?
thing. So you know how many he's 73. If I'm 73, youngest I'm going is in the 40s. And it's some bad women in their you know how many aunties out here are fine as hell, thick as hell. They got grown women.
Jose, you look great for 73, by the way.
But
I mean,
remember, but think about who you're talking about, Jose. You're not talking about white women.
that is
These
true.
white men are
That is
not. They
true.
are not
That
checking
is
for
true.
aunties.
Hey, it'd be some auntie white women that be okay. They be Italian You gotta go for the right.
Yeah,
Okay,
but how many in
okay.
North Carolina, Jose? I mean, come on. He's,
I don't know what the Italian rate is out there. They might.
I'm just saying, like he's not a.
He's Bill
Yeah.
Belichick. He could fly anybody in. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Yeah, if anything, he should have went for a 50-year-old Japanese woman because that would have been equivalent
Yeah.
to a 22-year-old white girl in terms of just the way she looked. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
Bill has a couple more years to be the GOAT because the official like gross right now that belongs to two people. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. I don't know if you remember last year they both had kids and they're in their 80s.
They sure did.
Robert De Niro's married though, isn't he? He's married. He's married to a grown woman. He's married to a grown woman, so I'm not gonna shoot that. And he's married to a black woman at that too, and they've been together for a minute. I'm gonna let Rob slide. But
Mick Jagger's
only ever been about black women. Like if we're
Al is
Mick Jagger.
Hold on,
Mick
Sam.
Jagger.
Oh, Mick Jagger had a baby too.
Mick Jagger.
His latest child, he was 80.
And was it with
so
somebody?
selfish. They're all selfish for doing it. As somebody that had old ass parents,
It's tough to do that. It is.
It's so messed up.
Well, first of all, like what goddamn drugs are this guy on? TRT. Like all sorts of stuff. Yeah, like it comes to a point in time like sperm has to come out like dust, like you can't be like throwing loads into the washing machine and expect anything at this point.
Wait, Becky, is that your version of like the 90s stand up like women's be shopping? These rich white dudes
Becky's getting out her notebook right now. She's like, "Oh, this is good."
Rich white dudes
about this show and go get me a 73-year-old man.
More power to you. Because at least you're not, you know what I mean? Like this.
But no, I just think that they're probably they're absolutely taking drugs. But good for them for still.
Yeah, kudos for that.
What else is there to do? They're old.
How old do you think someone can?
It depends on how good.
I think forever. It
okay, so like the oldest person is like
forever.
The oldest person is like
find that on
115.
this show, Sam, but we could try.
What?
I'm sure it's a Google away, Sam, if you really want to know,
All right, I'm just gonna be quiet for a while. I'm just gonna sit quietly.
I'm pretty sure the record has recently been broken for the oldest person. He's a man. 125. No, just like the oldest person period on Earth. Because Sam asked like, how old is the oldest person? I think that man stayed alive 125 because he was. I'm gonna assume that that's what it was.
Or he's preserving his life force and he's not. Because
then what a waste.
Yeah, what's the point of living that long? That is true.
All right, let's
take me out at 50 if it means that I can still be.
All right, let's switch subjects. This one, you could probably file under a little gross. Recently, there was a race between a USC and UCLA student. They were calling it the Great Sperm Race. Yeah. Well, it was for a good cause before you get too disgusted. It was to raise awareness for men's fertility issues. But basically what it was they got a sample from both students. They had them under a microscope. They had cameras going, and they had a race to find out who had the fastest swimmers. Guys, you like this idea of this race? Let's get into it.
Not men, if you would. Why is this what's happening right now? I can't imagine this panning out poorly. Not at all. This is insane. This is the most unhinged thing. Like, all I think about is all the terrible ways that this goes wrong. All the weird ways that like men are training for their sperm race in their room, just like wildly all the time to like harbor samples to train their sperm and like test that, like as if we don't already have like a porn epidemic in this country. Now we're giving more fuel to the fire by having these men out here racing their seed for what? For it to just die? It was simpler times when we had cockfights. It was simpler when it was the Roosters. This is just not.
You saw that one like this morning, didn't you? Come on. No, it's so good.
I don't know if these guys were training off to the Rocky theme song. Dun, 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 dun,
Every time
dun.
I hate it. It's so gross.
You were
Yeah.
building up to it.
Me,
Well,
no,
you know,
I wasn't.
the interesting thing was it was like a competition between USC and UCLA, so it was like a rivalry, you know.
Yep, that's
And,
it.
and the funny thing to me was it was not the first time I heard about a Trojan scoring, so that was good, you know. So.
Shout out to the juice. No.
Heisman,
Hey.
Jose, are you going to be betting on the sperm races? What's your thoughts? Did you
No,
participate?
this right here is why academically the United States is so far behind. Because look at what we're wasting our. We should be studying economics and how to fix all this other homeless stuff, and here we are. How fast? How long does it take before you get somebody pregnant with this? My thought is, imagine if that table or whatever that they did the race on spilled, like it fell over, and now now it's just all over. It's milk all over the damn floor. And as somebody who was waitlisted by UCLA, F y'all, and didn't even apply to USC because it was too expensive at the time. It doesn't surprise me that these sickos would be doing this. Los Angeles is a nasty place. I don't know if you've never been. They got billboards with syphilis and people's eyeballs on it. So this makes sense to be in Los Angeles. And no, I mean, I guess it's interesting. It did what it was supposed to do. It caught your attention to say, "Hey, yo, we're not fertile enough nowadays," and it's probably because all y'all are gluten free and all this other so we got.
That is not the attention it caught for me, but that's their purpose.
Yes, definitely some nasty stuff that I'm upset that I know about, but I mean, hey.
Can you imagine somebody at the day of the competition be like,
Oh,
you know, like,
wait, I got and then they spit it out. Oh, I was
Yeah,
saving the sample for. Oh, Jesus.
It's not
Sam,
horse racing. It's announcing seahorse racing.
All right, guys. Well, on that note, let's wrap things up right now. Why don't you give out your plugs? Let people know where they can find you out online, and if you got any future gigs coming up. Becky, let's start with you. Becky, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. Oh, that's Becky. That's OHTHATSBECKY. You can check out my upcoming shows on my website. That's Becky.com. I have recorded any new episodes, but I think my podcast is still up on whatever platform Spotify uses, and then Apple Podcasts called It's Crazier in My Business. And it's a ways out, but I will be closing out a show at Punchline San Francisco on July 15th.
Sweet.
And you guys should all come.
If I'm available, I will be there.
I really, really would love that.
Absolutely. And Sam, where can people find you online if people wanted to follow you?
I am at Area Comedian on all social media platforms, at Area Comedian, because one day I hope to be graduating to regional comedian. I have a role in a movie that just came out called Mousetrap. It's a satire about Silicon Valley, about a woman that is a woman of color trying to navigate the hierarchy of Silicon Valley culture.
And finally, Jose, let people know where they can find you and got any future shows coming up.
Yeah, y'all can find me on YouTube at Jose Contreras Comedy, and on all other social media platforms, my @name is JC Like Jesus. Just to play on my initials, Jose Contreras, JC Like Jesus. You can find my shows all on social media as well. As of late, I got some local stuff. I'll be on May 2nd. I'll be at a coma in Oakland, and all throughout May and June, I'll be all over the Bay Area.
That's awesome. Well, guys, hey, thanks for joining us. Sorry. Thanks for joining and being a part of this really fun show. And this has been Like It or Not Late Night. I'm Jason Toupes, your host. Hope to see you all again very soon. Bye, everybody.